So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your e-caster here reporting in. My name is Dex, and this is the first wave playoffs. So we are gonna be getting into our first match of the night, and joining me is, as we said, the coach of the world, the coach of the local scene, Mr. Rebirth. So Rebirth, Memecord versus UwUwatch. What do you got for us? Our former stats man, now our caster.
Well, for Memecord, I've been handling them also in their some of their scrims, and they've actually shown some huge improvements, especially since Calamitous is now in the roster
Oh
and
no.
not benched and not benched. Uh, but but Overwatch, I think they can surprise us, maybe.
I think Overwatch is that team that really brings in surprise here and there, guys. There's such a potent team that can show up out of nowhere, in all honesty. And the thing about this is gonna be our closest match. This is fourth seed versus fifth seed, and you already know these two teams were jockeying for position in the regular season itself. The thing about Memecord actually is they did have a better match record than third place Cakes, but they lost that on map differential because of a few losses here and there. They do play a little sloppy sometimes, and do you think that's gonna be an issue moving forward here, Rebirth?
Well, especially since Wamanagi is in the competition, playing sloppy will just hurt the team even more. So hopefully they don't play sloppy since this is already the playoffs and mistakes is just gonna hurt them in the future.
Yeah, I say so. I gotta agree. But for Uwatch, we've seen them define different chemistries, different compositions to their name, but we already know what the name is. It's gonna be a happy ball there with the wrecking ball. You think Uwatch is gonna be bringing in that dive composition that allowed them to stay at the 15-13 record?
I mean, if it worked for them during the inaugural season, then why would you want to change that works for you unless you have another strat?
That's true. That's true. I gotta say, you can figure things out that way. And we are gonna be having a limited map pool, guys. So our order for these maps are control and then hybrid and escorts. And we do have only a few selections. We based it on, well, the stat sheet. And our first match, I believe, is Lijiang Tower. So we're gonna be missing a few screens here and there. We'll have everything set up tomorrow, that's for sure. And hey, this is the first wave playoffs, and this is gonna be our first map of the night. Lijiang Tower, an absolute classic. Any thoughts coming into this first map, and maybe who might have the advantage here, Rebirth?
Okay, so Legion Tower is full of hybrid of Ryan and dive, the Ryan composition and the dive composition. However, there are more CQC maps, so I think Meme Cord will do better here.
That's true, especially if they get something like Control Center. But it seems like our teams are getting ready to go. We are going to be getting into the match very soon. Lijiang Tower it is. And of course, we are on the default Singaporean server as per usual. It is high time to get back into the new Invitationals. It's time now to get back into the playoffs, and this is the first wave. Let's get into the match and let's get it on with Memecord taking on UwUwatch.
So our first map is Night Market. Actually, a good map for a Ryan comp or a dive comp.
Yeah, I gotta say, you have possibilities playing in a map like this. You can do so much in Night Market itself, but playing into the objective is really the best way to go around it. And that's where we see that interesting composition with Symmetra, and it seems like UwUwatch is gonna be doing it already. But take the honest, Rebirth, who's gonna be facing off in our first game for the night?
Hmm. If it's basically Calamitous versus them, I think that's gonna be it.
I think this is it. I think this is the redemption arc, Rebirth. It's finally happening. We are finally back. Here we go. E-casting your way into this exciting game. Calamitous is back on his Genji. And of course, Memecord is going to be bringing out some signature heroes looking at that roster. We got Wakid playing that McCree. Refry onto the Brigitte as well. Memecord right now coming out of the gate strong, but you know he's even better. UwUwatch sets up onto the objective with that Symmetra from Cadena.
Meekford has to be wary of the Symmetra pick. They can't just rush the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, those turrets gonna be doing so much, and they're trying to go for the brawl here. Narble right now trying to fight things out, and in the meantime, Somi on that Diva. Gonna be very difficult though here for Team Memecord. And I think the best thing they can do right now is try to go for the pokes with that Genji. One blade is all it takes to swing the momentum in the meta like this. Emin right now trying to keep the top of one, and Calamus dives in to get that first kill. But Charlotte with a trade on back catches out Sweefry in response. Gonna be a lot harder for Sweefry to play that Brig, Mr. Rebirth, because of those new armor changes.
Yeah, that's true. But honestly, there's really no big nerfs to Brig because I've experimented with Brig and it just need to have a different playstyle, honestly, compared to before.
Yeah, especially you can't really pocket play someone, you can't give them max HP at the start, and you guys are tuning in to some Overwatch action for the rest of your weekdays. We are going to be going live at 8 p.m. every single day for the first wave playoffs for this week, but Wucket is making sure the weekend is going to be going for Inbox already. Gets that takedown there, Calamus in the meantime with one more kill, also rally here from Sweetfry right now, but here comes Memecord caught in the Grafton Surge, going to be Law of Carnage onto the point itself. Wucket though going to get 1 and 2 yet again, and Team Memecord trying to do it onto the point. They are really stalling on the position right now. Flashbang onto Elixirine. Inorisu will fall as well. And Memecord finally breaking the pots that is that Symmetra defense.
Smart hero change for Narbral since you can't really be aggressive when playing Reinhardt. It will also give the Symmetra extra damage since you're hitting the shield. So playing Winston just gets them into the point while Eman and Sweef will heal them from the choke.
Yeah, completely agree, and here we go yet again. Memecord right now gonna be trying to get it on with the Nano Blade play. They are really primed and in position to try and do all you can. And here we go right now with Calamitous trying to get in position, but it seems like UwUwatch will go for the flag, but Calamitous from the side decides to get Blade on. 1 and 2 already. Shatter will not connect. This is Memecord's signature skill, and this is their signature Blade finally back in full force. One more takedown onto Elixirine, and Inbox will fall for good measure. That is Memecord doing all they can and more with their comp.
That Nano Blade, I have not seen it for a long time.
That's so extra special to see Calamitous back in full force, and we are gonna be looking right now to get into this one. So guys, I just gotta give you a quick little FYI. Since again we're on a different rig, there might be a few issues here and there, but we are just working on it, and hopefully if you guys can give me some feedback on the stream itself, that will be very much appreciated. Here comes Somi though, already going for the push. May time here for Kadena, and it seems like May Reaper will be the way to go, but Narbral in a really good spot. He's going for the boops, and goodbye to the Diva, goodbye to Inorisu. Genji Blade again from Calamitous, so quick just to make sure everything is cleaned up like butter, and it's like spreading your Spanish bread on a sandwich. Team Memecord literally making mincemeat out of the opposition.
If they really want this comp to work, they really need the Lucio, and especially since it's gonna reach 90% already.
Yeah. Time is ticking here, Rebirth, and we'll see if the Lucio pick can actually make a difference. Self-destruct though in the back line, and it goes, boom, goes the Dynamite. Too heavy ball, and Kadena gets caught at. Memecord is finally playing into the potential we have been talking about every single week in the regular season, and they are looking to be a well-oiled machine, back with the best cog they have in Calamitous, and back with the dive to boot for Team Memecord.
You can already see that UwUwatch has done their homework with the compositions because all the comps that they're pulling off, those were metas in the previous seasons, not only in comp, but also during Overwatch League actually. However, they just failed to execute, and they're somehow missing like a few heroes here and there, like a Lucio with that May Reaper composition.
Yeah, I really understand that. You do need that Lucio to get those two heroes in position. That's kind of why it's falling down in the meta per se. It isn't as popular as it was before because of the changes. You see a lot of hit scan right here, right now. But we are on Gardens, and it seems like UwUwatch already, their hand is forced. Let's go for the ball, let's go for the Winston, and let's go for dive versus dive.
So I feel everyone's gonna meet up side of the point. Not in the we see UwUwatch playing inside the White Room actually.
That's interesting. North Tower there for Charlotte and the rest of the crew. White Room gameplay trying to go for Somi right now. Sweefry though will get that first kill. Wucket in the meantime getting on the board also. And Team Memecord pushing forward as much as possible. Wucket, Sweefry, another set of kills here. And now Sweefry is just going for the mace to the face action here. And Team Memecord just making it look really easy. I don't think that was the best decision from the side of UwUwatch to play in the White Room against a Brig of Sweefry's caliber.
Well, to be fair, I don't think UwUwatch knows that Brig will be played in this, but you know it's Fry. He means Brig.
It really is. It's break time when we see Sweet Fry on the board, and it really just goes to show that Team Memecord has been practicing very, very well to get a little bit more control in this game. So Mido on the north side. Here comes Kadena right now, trying to go for the fade on away, but Inorisu deciding, hey, I can cause some chaos, and I am the Wrecking Ball trying to roll on in. Too heavy ball! Perfect Biotic Arm rolling on over. Somi will go as well. And I gotta say, Rebirth, I think that's a 7-10 split right there for Team UwUwatch. They hit it hard, and they get the point back.
I agree. That was a huge anti-need actually by Elixirine, and two happy ball throwing that damage orb, even if it's not really recommended, it still did really well.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's the perfect time to throw a damage orb. Your Wrecking Ball isn't really gonna need that shielding per se. I mean, he doesn't need that healing because he have the shielding, so he should be good to go with a little bit more with the Pile Driver. But now it is time for Memecord's bread and butter again. Calamity is ready with the blade. Emin is close to that nano boost. And something about Calamity, guys, is he just recently got new internet, so he is really in the best shape and form right now. All he needs is 144, and he can be really good to go. But Narbral showing that he doesn't need anything else but his fist. There we go with the Primal Rage, knocking down Inbox Kadena in the meantime. Spinning around, gets a Death Blossom on, but Calamity with the perfect timing with the reflect. And it's gonna be Calamity now back into the fold. Literally will get that kill. Narbral in the meantime with another one there. Courtesy of the Primal Rage, but absolute chaos right now with Woket and Somi cleaning on up. Team Memecord again getting back the objective.
Little miscommunication between Eman and Calamitas with the Nano Blade because he was antied and really can't do much, and he was really low HP. And that wasted a few seconds already.
Highly unfortunate. There is just no time right there. And even though it was a good shutdown on the blade, it still wasn't enough because the casualties, courtesy of Narbral. Something to note, he has 17 assists alongside Somi with 20. It really goes to show the tank line trying to do everything they can to help out the team. 1-for-1 though. Here comes the self-destruct again from Somi. And boom, into the atmosphere. Doesn't get too much this time. UwUwatch is bringing it back. And Norisu looking so comfortable on this Wrecking Ball. They get back the point. They set up the mines onto Narbral. And this should be another cleanup onto the Diva.
That was a really good opening made by the hamster. It just gave them so much space, which is really needed for dive comps.
Space equals created, finally a little bit more of a deep corner to stay into. But it is going to be Somi right now getting back for the mech, and Team Memecord looking to set up on the northwest side. They are going to be playing it away from the environmentals. They're afraid of Inorisu and his maximum power, and they are going to be playing it onto a more stable ground coming in from the north side yet again. Biotic Grenade though has been thrown. Charlotte going to be out in front with the Nano Boost. Walk it in the meantime, priming that Deadeye, and here comes the Winston getting it clocked there. A little too ambitious from Charlotte. Perhaps that is way too much damage from the Deadeye itself, but Memecord is not done yet. Rebirth, they have to get to the point, they have to make it through. Invox trying his best to go for his own Deadeye, not gonna happen with Somi getting the headshot there, and the rally on board with the blade. This is Memecord right now with the armor and the sword, shield and sword gameplay right here. Chivalry, my name is Team Memecord, and this should be cleaned up onto the point already. They're trying to brawl against Charlotte, he will fall thanks to the tank line there, and well, Team Memecord has destroyed the opposition yet again on the objective.
They captured the point, but the question now is how long will they be able to hold it? Because looking at their ult economy, they use 1, 2, 4 ultimates just for that one push.
How long can they go? That's gonna be the real question here. Memecord right now does just need to defend one last time to win out this map. This is only a best of 3, guys. If you do win, you move on to the next round. And if you lose, you fall into the lower bracket, so there's still a second chance. So we will still be seeing some of these teams later on into our week. But right now, it's jockeying for position. And it seems like the jockey is gonna be Inorisu getting on ahead and getting rid of Bucket there. So he right now quite low. Good flip there from UwUwatch to take control of the point. Somi in the meantime with that self-destruct catches at Kodena. And Calamity trying to jiggle peek his way to stay alive. The tank line though back into the fold. Here comes the dash on in yet again. The Diva gonna be brawling one more time. Narbral getting the zap on one more go. And this is still Memecord trying to brawl on the objective. They're desperate with their members. Emin is gonna be on the Lucia right now. Here comes the Diva Defense Matrix though to try and mitigate some damage. But it seems like Kodena has other plans. Death Blossom right now to get the ballet recital of the Mines. And UwUwatch is just bringing in the Edgelord to get the edge on. And they will take a map back. What a game so far.
Really close game. I'm actually really impressed by UwUwatch and their dive. They know when to use their ults and know when to stop using ults when the fight has already been won or either lost. So good discipline there from UwUwatch.
I gotta say though, Kadena and Inourisu doing a lot for that team to get the clutch on. When you see Inourisu on his wrecking ball, you can't even run, right? Rebirth, he's too fast for you. And what can Memecord actually do to put a stop to this aggressive dive from Team UwUwatch?
They can just play this map because it's a CQC map, and I don't think dive is the best option here.
Yeah, especially because Memecord loves to play that Reinhardt. We've seen Narbrawl impress many times before. We are going to see him right now trying to get back in position here. This is Control Center, pretty much one of the more standard maps here on Lijiang Tower. Brawl on the inside, but Charlotte and Inbox doing all the work they can and more. Interesting Sombra pick here from Inbox. He's going to be looking to play utility right here, right now. Calamitous trying to dash on in yet again to try and find a little bit more damage, but Inorisu runs him over after he gets to. UwUwatch on the point. UwUwatch will get it, and they will take first capture here on Control Center.
I can see like a problem already made by Memecord where Narbarel just goes like be isolated and the healers are not able to heal him in time. So they have to stay together and not get separated by this comp.
Yeah, I gotta say, I gotta completely agree with that, Rebirth, especially that Reinhardt needs to be out in front, but the Chaos, thanks to the aggressive dive, making sure that they will have a struggle there. Walken, though, in the meantime, trying to brawl with the Reaper, and something that Team Memecord has advantage of, as Calamitous gets another kill, is they have a lot more DPS on their side. That Sombra is more for utility if you can't really get the pick-offs, and Memecord right now making sure their Genji is in position to get kill after kill after kill. Welcome to the Calamitous show, and we are all just living in it.
How many seasons are we in already for the Calamity show?
I mean, it comes and goes. It sometimes it canceled because of technical issues compared to the long-running Temora show. But hey, it's one of my personal favorites, that's for sure. It kind of has a different edge, Mr. Rebirth, with its content. But you know what's going to be coming? Memecord lifting from above and decides to slam on down with the Genji Blade. Calamitous only getting one, though, wasting some swings onto Kodena. Not the best decision there from the Genji itself, but it seems like Memecord able to stabilize on the point. Oh, that blossom even from Rocket against the Primal Rage. And the fight is just spilling over to an absolute chaotic mess. Charlotte, though, will go down again. Inori is trying to get the hell out of there. And Team Memecord cleans that one up pretty well.
It's also anymore for Team Memecord. And in Team UwUwatch coming with the EMP, so they have to be really wary of their positioning.
Especially that EMP, if it does get a good one there onto perhaps that Genji, Calamitous might get caught unaware and caught in such a hard spot. But it really has proven to me, Rebirth, that these two teams have practiced so much. As here comes the EMP play, it does get 3. Calamitous in a bad spot, will get taken down there. Inbox in the meantime, trying to go for a little more tracking, decides to translocate to the high ground. But this should be Team UwUwatch cleaning up. Not done yet though, rally right now from Sweet Fry, absolute brawl coming in from Team Memecord. They're trying to use the healing as well as that speed to add the armor on, and doesn't matter if the Brigitte gets hacked here, Rebirth, because that is just an easy takedown for the Brigitte. Sweet Fry, absolute skill right there, gets in position, presses his ultimate, and survives for the team. What a turnabout here from Team Memecord, and there is almost no chance now for UwUwatch to get back to the points.
They really have to be aggressive now because they have no more time. Oh and
no.
Hammond open.
Exactly, opened up there from the Hammond. Inori should get some mines on, does get rid of Sweet right there, but as soon as the bombs come, as well as the Death Blossom, it's explosives and bullets that still don't get those kills. Callum, though, with the Nano Blade to go for the spawn camp, gets rid of 3, and this is all Shiro. Team Memecord has woken on up with double the kills and gets 2 points to 1 on Lijiang Tower.
That was a really good push and hold from Memecord. Really a little iffy with their ultimate economy, but the execution-wise, it's better. It's better.
And this is the Memecord we have been expecting for so long. And play of the game to Calamitous, even though he's hacked up, he just goes for these kills. Easy takedown on the inbox, blade in hand, goodbye to the supports, and that is all she wrote there.
Wow. Sweet right, 74% kill participation. I bet it's all from that mouse warning.
And gotta say that tank line always in position there for Team Memecord. They are gonna be able to take that first victory, and we are gonna be going into our next one in just a bit. But break it down for me, Rebirth. How did that Lijiang Tower go in favor of Team Memecord?
Okay. So the first one is night market. It can be used for a Rhine map or a dive map. And we already know that Memecord excels more in Reinhardt composition. So of course they would win in that one in that map. However, when it reached Garden, it's more of a dive map, and there's more space for the Wrecking Ball to do just exist and just do shenanigans into the point. And
Exist
come the third map,
exactly. Yeah, go ahead.
they started with Reinhardt, but with UwUwatch playing Sombra, it was smart for them to swap off the Rhine, since they already know that they are not really good in sticking together since the ball is there to displace all of them. So instead of playing Rhine, they thought, why not just go Winston since he has the ability to jump anywhere?
That's true. That's true. Especially with that mobility. And do you think that Meme Cord played that dive better than Watch, or did you think that Watch played that dive better than Meme Cord, but was just shut down? Because if for all discussions purposes, we've seen Watch be just so decisive and explosive. As soon as Inorisu sets up with a pile driver, everything just dies. So what do you think about that tank line versus tank line battle?
I think the tank line is like on the same level. However, on the DPS side, that is where things are different because they're playing a Sombra, and you already mentioned that the DPS is lower, like way lower compared to the DPS of Team Mimcord. So just having that DPS and not being able to eliminate them when they're hacked is already a punishable thing for UwUwatch because you have the utility, but you're not executing it enough.
Yeah, I completely agree, Robert. And it just feels like it's too much to handle sometimes when you don't have that yes per se. But we are gonna be getting into our next map in just bits. And I gotta say, we made sure that our teams are comfortable with the map pool. What do you think about our map pool? If you can read it out to the audience and then explain maybe why those were the maps chosen for the first wave playoffs.
For all the three, like
Yeah,
all
like
three
I
map
mean,
types.
all of them. Just talk about them in general. I'd love because especially since you're a stats man, you're basically one of the bigger reasons why this is our map pool.
Okay. So for the King of the Hill ones, we have Nepal, Lijiang, and Busan.
Ooh, nice
Honestly, all
pronunciation. So I'll just say that.
yeah,
That's the first time you've actually whipped out your heritage and decided to call it that way. Anyway, continue.
yeah. So those three maps are really great maps since they're both like they have maps where it's both a dive map and a Reinhardt map. And not only that, it is straightforward and easy to analyze compared to other maps like Oasis, where you have to jumping pad, gardens. Like it's gonna be really irritating for other players. And for hybrid, we have Kings Row, what else? Hollywood, and oh my god, I'm missing one. Hold on.
The last
Uh,
one is Eichenwald.
Icon. So again, really good for both Reinhardt and dive maps, except for Kings Row actually. It's just that Kings Row is straightforward and easy to analyze again, since it's not really that big of a map and there's really not much flanking areas. So they just make it simple and just have fun. While for the escort map, right? We have Watch Point Gibraltar, Rialto, and what's the last?
Uh,
Actually
uh,
forgot.
Dorado.
Okay.
Yeah, Dorado.
Dorado, one of the best maps, but me personally, I don't really like it because I have a hard time because of all the rotations you have to make, but everyone loves it because of the high ground that they provide. And like third point, it's a CQC map. It's a CQC type of map. And then first and second point, more dive, but double shield Sigma or Risa can be played since it's a escort map. Then we have Watchpoint Gibraltar, another great map, which is because it's a basic. It's one of
Yeah, it's
the
the
first
classic.
maps that we have. Yeah, and dive is heavily played there also. However, the Rhine composition also works, and even if it's not straightforward, people need to analyze a little, and people can actually be aggressive more because of how the map is formatted, especially in the second point,
Yep.
since there's that big spaceship where people can play.
Big
And
spaceship, the jet.
yeah,
It goes woo.
woo! And they just can't do forever.
Yeah.
And the last is Rialto. Rialto, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Another great map because actually it's how it's formatted. It's also Boop City
Mhm.
because of
The water. You
you
mean
can
you know Rebirth when you put a map in Venice and there's no water, you're kind of like playing with fire right there. But as you said, lots of environmentals.
uh, honestly it's such a good map for dive also, but since it's escort map, it's usually the Reinhardt or the double shield.
Yep.
But still a great map. And of course, the third point can be played with a CQC type of composition.
Yeah, exactly. And so basically, guys, our map pool has been selected to make sure that all our teams are familiar, comfortable, and at least knowing how to play these maps. It seems like we are going to be getting into our second game. Team UwUwatch has picked our hybrid map, and it will be King's Row. Not surprised whatsoever. Everyone practices the map like crazy. Memecord, in the meantime, going to be picking the attack first, and it seems like both of our teams are good to go. Rebirth, let's get it on. Let's get into the match, and let's get into King's Row.
Kings Row, the dust of Overwatch.
Absolutely agree.
Not
It's not even. I mean,
yeah.
okay. I gotta say that analogy isn't really the best. For me, I am not the best. I don't really care about CS, that's for sure. But DDoS hasn't really been played in for so long. It's not Mirage or something like that. But I get it. It's just that vanilla map that everyone knows
Yeah.
how to play. Everyone knows how to just navigate in. And whenever you think about Overwatch, I gotta say the first thing you think about would be King's Row.
Okay, how about this? What if you were to compare it to Valorant? What is the map?
You have four maps to choose from,
Right.
Rebirth. You can't figure it out yet. Maybe it's Bind, but I'm not too sure because it's pretty cheeky with teleporters. So let's wait for other maps. You know, let's wait for other maps before we can really classify something like that. But here we go again. So apparently, so when we swap some teams, the scoreboard has a little bit of an issue there on the name. So apologize for that. But it is going to be Team Memecord now on the offensive versus Team UwUwatch on the defensive. And Ryan Zarya versus Ryan Zarya. Classic stuff on King's Row.
Kinda weird though for Overwatch to pick this since they actually excel more with the dive comp, especially since they have Eno as their Hammond.
But hey, we know we've seen him be spicy with the Reinhardt as well. And we'll find out very, very soon if we can keep it up and get the brawl on again. To Happy Ball though with the first kill. It seems like he's playing billiards with his own Brigitte. And now Team UwUwatch surprising the opposition. Look at this roster brought out by UwUwatch. It's a Brig and a Genji. It's not going to be Sweet Fry and Calamity and their own show. It's UwUwatch going to be looking for a little bit of a bootleg, but might be even doing better in this first defense.
So look at Merwatis. He is all the way in the back.
Sneaky Echo coming in from behind. The mobility of the Echo itself allows so much to happen, but the stun absolutely huge there from two Happy Ball, catching that one out. Charlotte with the takedown. Here we go though with the transition onto the points, and Genji of Calamitas going into the back line instead. 77% and counting. Emon even getting a kill there, and this is now Memecord finally collapsing onto the opponent and getting kills left, right, and center. Charlotte though going for a last stand here with 100 energy. The Zarya is looking very, very scary. Tracking is on onto the Ana. Emon will die, but it just doesn't matter to the hand of Somi because Team Memecord gets to the point and makes it happen. Distraction. My name is Waked.
My name is Rocket and I am here to ruin your backline, which I still failed. But my team got a point, so it's fine. All part of the plan.
Moral victory, I'd say, for Waked, but it seems like it is now going to be Memecord making sure they can keep up this momentum. 4:49 on the clock. They are on match point here and now, and the best way to keep this momentum up has to be the blade into the Graviton Surge. This is what we've been missing from Overwatch. This is the decisive maneuver that Team Memecord loves to do and loves to destroy on.
So I have played a lot of Ana recently with the recent nerfs, and I have to say Brig is still the better pick compared to Ana. Okay. However, Ana is always best when paired with Genji, especially now. So Nanoblade wins games, guys.
Really? That's a surprise. I don't know how to play Overwatch. You know, Nanoblade wins games. That's exactly that is a blue angry cyborg ninja going at you, Ham. Really scary. Hero Blade though here from Inbox perhaps gonna be in hand. Oh my god! UwUwatch with the catch in the back line. And how does this even happen? That you have Narborough all the way there. Kind of mistake there from Team Memecord. They decide to push on in a little too ambitiously. And now it's up to Somi to protect that team. Wakado has a lot of armor to boot. Seafry will fall, but Somi will get another kill in tow. And Team Memecord right now trying to play in the corner yet again. The Zarya backing on out. This is gonna be Charlotte though with a bigger beam. And Team UwUwatch gonna be making sure that they defend onto the last corner so far.
Mine has not been lost. They also use immortality already, so it could be a possible retake.
Yeah, looking for the push here, Rebirth, and they sought out Kodena. There we go with the takedown again. Charlotte, in the meantime, will fall to the hand of Narborough, and this is Memecord pushing forward to get the point on Stagger Central. My name is Team UwUwatch. Memecord is going for the chase, and this should be cleanup. Oh, Narborough, he's going back at it. But Memecord, really surprising here, Rebirth, as the rally comes online from 2 Happy Ball. It's very surprising that Memecord took that so easily. Shatter does come on through, grabs the search in response. Chaos always going to be happening in Overwatch. There is no stopping with the action, and there we go with the Shatter yet again. Ampage is still set up here from Elixirine, trying to keep the top up on one more time. Walk it in the meantime with the hot hands, with that Peacemaker. But the payload being pushed into the Graviton Surge. UwUwatch right now trying to go for desperation, but it's just not happening because momentum as well as the blade in the hands of Memecord, and they execute the poor Genji of Inbox before everything comes unfolding.
This is basically the calamitous show at this point, but of course there's still some bailout plays.
Trying to make sure they can get the catch onto Inorisi here. There we go with Wakado priming up that Zedai. And here comes a little bit more from Team Memecord. Blade though in the hands of Inbox. Gets the cut on to no one because of that rally again.
Ooh.
You know, I gotta say, Rebirth, you say Nanoblade wins games. You know what wins games? Armor. Armor does, and Memecord has a lot of it.
Well, that still depends on how you play Brig.
That's true. So, there you go. Memecord with 3-0 scoreline so far. Full cap with 3:39 on the clock. Any thoughts coming into that round?
Honestly, the second point, it may look like they're about to lose. However, the mere fact that they let them live when they could have just chased them down before Memecord's, like the one who respawned get back with them, the fact that they let them live, it already cost them the match, to be honest, because they already lost some members in the backline. So that aggressiveness could have been useful.
I'd say that's completely 3 blue, but we are going to be getting now into a round that UwUwatch desperately needs to win. They need to full cap this Rebirth. There is no other option unless they want to go to the lower bracket already. Memecord has finally shown its true potential, and with Calamtas on board as well as a well-oiled machine in the support and tank line, I feel like for Team Memecord, they are really one of the teams to beat coming into the playoffs. Have they been sandbagging the whole regular season just to surprise everyone? That's the real question. But UwUwatch will try something different. Symmetra and May, what do you think? Double Shield also into play.
Honestly, I don't think this is going to work. They're already missing a crucial support hero.
And what is that, Mr. Rebirth? What is that? What is that?
I think it's your main before.
Okay.
I wonder,
The Lucia isn't really necessary for a roster like this, not gonna lie. Because even though the Symmetra helps out, I mean, it gets helped out rather by the... Oh my god, they're gonna do it! Absolute madmen. Look at them already, setting up to the high ground. And what a play here from Team Memecord. So it's basically Ice Wall on up and go for the TP play. They take the high ground away, and they are gonna be doing the LAG special here, Rebirth. Inbox onto the Widowmaker. High ground right now for Team UwUwatch. And this is just gonna be Inbox looking for a pick to make an opening here for the attacking side.
Okay, never mind. I was about to say they have to be wary since they have no more emo, but the fact Inbox remained in the spawn, it already caught Memecord off guard.
Yeah, but they still need to win this fight. UwUwatch does, and they are gonna put Cadena in the back line. Emon is frozen, but he will get taken down there. Somi and Arbral, though, doing all they can in the front line. And if the double shield can't protect themselves, that's the problem there. Inbox needs to get more shots on, even though the entry frag happening. It's not gonna matter with this operator, because Walkin with that hot sheriff right there in his clutches. It seems like this is the McCree making sure he has the rage advantage in the end.
That was actually a really good strat. That was really good, like how they execute, like how they teleported the high ground. But the emo field was used early, and the maid didn't really have any utility or wasn't really effective at all.
Highly unfortunate. He did go into the back line, but damage has been done between Reinhardt and Zarya. And you can't disregard that Rebirth whatsoever as Callum gets the blade on again. Here we go with the cuts from Team Memecord. They are doing all they can and more to get 5 there. And this time a lot cleaner. Blade for Calamity means it's a win for Team Memecord.
Yeah, and now they actually have a nano to spare. They might go for a nano Ryan in this one since it's gonna be a Ryan brawl.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Somi. Look at Somi right now, Mr. Rebirth. 9 kills, 23 assists, 0 deaths. There is no stopping this Zarya so far. And he has been at the forefront of every single fight. Shattered though coming on through. 2 Happy Ball will get taken down. I feel is there. Grab the surge. Is it held down? And it seems like the Hotel California will say you aren't getting anywhere there as Memecord clean up with the DPS line again.
Guys, I revoke my statement. It's now rally to me equals winning games.
It's true though. It's true. The rally makes such a big difference. But look at the cleanup there. Another big Graviton Surge courtesy of Somi. And he just understands exactly where to strike at the heart of Team UwUwatch. Blade though in the clutches of Inbox. They are looking for a little bit more position here. Shots coming in from Calamtas as well. And I think this is going to be Nano Blade versus Normal Blade. We'll see who can get more damage done. Inbox though with 1. But Calamtas with the chain of events again. And welcome to the play of the game one more time. Charlotte the only survivor. Not going to happen. Team Memecord cleaned that one up too quickly. And Rebirths, what is this we're witnessing from Team Memecord?
It is basically the birth of Calamitos version 2. That's pretty much it.
Oh my god, he's just looking so strong right now, and Team Memecord is just one fight away from getting a 2-0 sweep. This looks absolutely clinical from them, a far cry from their regular season performance, and Kadena trying to get the brawl on. We've always talked about the potential of Memecord, but right now the execution is also on point, and UwUwatch, they have a lot of potential as well, but they need to execute as quick as can be. Norisu back onto the ball, shattered though for free from Narbrawl, and this is going to be a last-ditch effort from the tank line to try and get the touch.
UwUwatch needs to really compose themselves right now. They look really lost on what to do.
Here we go though. It's time for Norisu to go for an adventure, and he gets the touch on to get overtime ticking on down. Charlotte also onto the point. Kadena making it happen with a Dragon Strike, and Calamtas is the target, but Walken priming up that Deadeye, not gonna happen whatsoever. Onto the point we go as Charlotte has felled, and can Somi survive still to take that perfect no death record? That's the real question here. It seems like though the focus fire is onto 2 Happy Ball. They were gonna take down Graviton Surge again from Somi, and the Black Sun is here with the blade in hand. Team Memecord has said it's enough about joke time. It's time to get the destruction on, and they are all business here. Somi gonna be in the forefront. Calamitas has gotten 3, and Team Memecord will move on to the second round and win that one out with a perfect record there and a perfect no death on the Zarya.
The mere fact that Somi was kept alive the entire time is already one of UwUwatch's mistakes. When you see a high charge Zarya, that person has to die.
So
Or else you see this.
You see those Graviton Surges? So big every single time. And I gotta say, well played there to Team Memecord. All the practice has been amazing. And well, we'll just talk a little bit to the two teams. And gotta say, that was a really good start to our playoffs.
Yeah, it already brought in the Nano Blades more to come.
I gotta say, that's completely true. And Memecord. Okay, guys.
Yes.
Are we actually gonna get... Are we gonna get an interview? Okay. You already know. You... Be good, okay. So, we are gonna be getting one member of Team Memecord on board. They have won that one out 2-0. Any thoughts, though? Anything you gotta say about the match itself, River, before we move on to our playoffs? With our interview, rather.
Honestly, Memecord, they played aggressively and they still played like the payload really well. Basically, they sent Callum in and a little few members to help him. However, Eman stayed on the payload and they know when to back off, push in, and take in the space again. So which is really good.
Completely agree. And what can you say? Team UwUwatch proving a lot of creativity. I love that May Ice well play. Break it down for me though.
So, okay. So basically, they use the May to get the vantage point that will allow the Symmetra to make the teleporter onto the other side of the roof or the map. And once they do that, they are in position, and Invox has to go back to spawn, switch to Widow so it can catch them off guard. However, when they rotated already up, like when they went up, they used the Immortality Field too early and actually unnecessary because they're still together and there's really not much threat happening to them. If they just play the shields correctly, they will not even receive any damage just by crossing.
Gotta say it's just a little bit unfortunate because I gotta say for Team Watch, they have brought a little bit more on. They decide they kind of changed the meta of the New Wave Invitational. That's for sure. They were the ones who really brought Paul into the bigger notice point. Like, sure, Wamanagi had Fontrick doing all of that, but it felt like for Uwatch, right, it was their defining factor to get that wrecking ball for Inorisu to understand exactly how to play as a team. And that's where they kind of rallied to get a fifth place standing. But in the end, Memecord brought back the full strength. There are no bans whatsoever. Calamitous and Somi are together in this roster. And all I gotta say is it's so looking scary. So let's look at that bracket real quick, guys. Wamanagi and Memecore gonna be facing off against each other tomorrow. UwUwatch gonna be falling on down, of course, to the lower bracket, so we'll see them on Wednesday. And hey, there is still a chance for every single team, but knowing a matchup like that, Wamanagi and Memecore, is that a rematch that we've been waiting for so long already, Mr. Rebirth?
I believe so. And even if Mimkar do lose, they will hopefully be in the finals to have another rematch.
You're already putting your eggs in the basket right there, Mr. Rebirth. I can already see that. So if we could get one of our moderators to bring in Mr. Calamitous for that interview, that would be swell. If not, maybe you can do it, Mr. Rebirth, to help us out real
Yes.
quick. But as of now, we're just updating the brackets real on the real time, and you can see that, of course, in the challenge link. Just type in exclamation point bracket and you'll see exactly where each of these teams fall into. And it seems like of that we are gonna see Team Uwatch, and luckily for them, because of the shape of the bracket, they are gonna be up there already. So we'll be waiting on for a few losers here and there, and we'll see if they can bring up their standing, bring things up in the best way. And I think we do have our interview ready to go. So let's just change this quickly, make sure we got our boy on. And yes, oh my god, he's
Banned.
here. He's here. What a mic check.
Oh,
Please keep it clean. It's Mr. Calamitous.
Banned.
Banned,
hey,
indeed. So, Calamitous, welcome to the new Invitationals. It's been so long since we talked, buddy, in Overwatch. And how does it feel to be back? I gotta ask, how does it feel to be back?
Feels good na makakalaro na, sir.
I'm so proud of you.
from
Nandito ka na.
Butter Boy
The
player.
comeback is real. So, I gotta say, mate, I have two questions for. I have one question, but it has two segments. How did you prepare for the playoffs as a team? And how did you prepare yourself as a player with not only your in game, but also maybe any technical things that changed for your setup? Siyempre, I know the story,
As
but
a
you
team,
gotta tell the audience kasi I know the story, but you gotta tell the audience. Go ahead.
nag-practice kami, nag-scrims, napag-scrim sa ibang teams. Tapos yun, pinractice namin yung dive. So din kami malakas sa dive. Yun.
Oo nga eh. Pero ikaw, paano ka lumakas? Ano yung nangyari sa'yo? What changed for Mr. Calamitous?
Blessed by PLDT.
Nice.
Not
Buti
sponsored, but
pumunta
he'll
na
take
siya.
it. Oo nga. So, guys, he's finally gotten his internet set up. Fiber internet for that fiber speed. And do you feel like this is the best time for your team? Because it's a Genji meta. And you are not... I think you are the best Genji main in the Philippines. So, is it perfect timing for Team Memecord?
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Chef. I'll take that as a yes. Ikaw, Rebirth, you got any questions for Calamitous, especially after you helped out all our teams?
How does it feel to be promoted to player from Waterboy?
Feels nice, sir.
I'm
So, mas
proud of you.
nakakalaro na yung Waterboy.
Oo nga eh. Ito na yan. Parang sa Space Jam, tapos biglang binigyan ng special stuff and he's ready
Oh,
to
oh
go.
yeah, yeah. That's
Exactly,
true.
exactly. And okay, so back to something more serious. You guys are facing off against Waminagi next. Is this gonna be the big one to see who has the better blade?
Oh,
Or do you have
no.
any Marang, do you have anything in preparation for such a strong team like them?
Siguro mag-practice pa.
May time pa.
Ah,
May 24
Meron pa
hours
man.
pa. Ganun. Ikaw, ano pa ba?
okay, time to
What else?
practice.
Time to practice indeed. So, I guess, yeah, we'll keep it short for Mr. Calamitous. We already know he has words he want to say that he can't say here. But before all of that, can you keep it clean and maybe any shout outs you want to do before we move on to our next game?
Shoutout sa Valorant community.
Okay lang, we're not
Nice.
sponsored. No, okay lang, we're not sponsored by Blizzard, so you can say stuff like that. And thank you, Mr. Calamitous, for being a good boy on stream. And I'll see you tomorrow
Ouch,
for
yeah.
Wamanage. Okay, you can hop out now because we'll
Goodbye.
have to break down the action after that. So, Mr.
Paano
Rebirth,
pala, Mr.
ano?
Dax? Pwede pa add ng
What?
nung sa channel full kasi.
Oh,
Nakalimit yung
we'll fix the channel. Rebirth will fix the channel when we talk
There.
about things. Because
It's
it's
fixed,
only
it's
for the.
fixed.
Okay, thank you,
Alright.
Billy. Sige, go back. You
Thank
can
you,
go
sir.
back to the.
Goodbye.
Thank you. So, Rebirth, there you go. Memecord versus
Yeah.
UwUwatch 2-0. What can you say? Expected? Unexpected?
I would say expected. Not gonna lie. I would say expected. Because yes, the ball of Inarisa was really good. Made a lot of commotion, made a lot of ruckus, but King's Row, not really the best for Wrecking Ball, not even the best for playing dive. And we already know that Overwatch, compared to their dive, their rank composition is not really up to par.
I gotta say, it's something they kind of left behind, that's for sure. It's not as potent as their Wrecking Ball composition, and I feel like for Team UwUwatch, if they're not getting countered out like things like Sombra, May, and the like, they can look to destroy with that Wrecking Ball. Now, I understand the problem, especially Memecord having such a great Genji that their backline is getting decimated. So UwUwatch has to make that decision. Will they play Peel, or will they play Trade, right? It has to be it has to be one of the two because it's either they get rid of Calamitous or they get rid of everyone else. And those decisions, I feel like, were the issue there for Team UwUwatch trying to figure things out on that first playoff game.
Yeah. So honestly, Overwatch, like compared from the invitation season, they really have improved, honestly. And it really shows that they have done their homework with
Yeah,
researching on what compositions are best in certain maps.
yeah, completely agree. They're the ones who feel like they're looking at the books and trying to do best they can. So anything, any final thoughts to close that chapter of our first game of the first wave playoffs?
To Meme Cord, good job. Honestly, like you have kilometers now, guys. Good job. Uh, for Overwatch, honestly, just keep going with what you are trying, and honestly, with more practice, it will be a stepping stone already. And if it's mastered, for sure, they would wreck other teams. To be honest.
Yeah, I'm a wreck it, that's for sure. So, guys, that was our first game of the first wave playoffs. We have shown that it is gonna be Team Meme Cord moving on to face against Wamanagi, but we still got two matches for y'all in just a bit, so we will be right back. Stay tuned, stick around. This is the first wave playoffs. I am Dax. I'm gonna be joined by Rebirth today. Since we have an amazing staff, we're gonna be rotating that second caster every single day, so you hear a different voice. And well, we'll be right back for the next match of this first day.